Potato! Welcome, boys and girls and all the new people, to the Potato Army, to another horror movie comparison. Last week's one was on the Wicker Man original and remake comparison, and this one got chose by some of you guys, because I asked as well on Twitter, like I messaged a few people whether they want to see a Blair Witch or a Halloween movie comparison, and then a few people mentioned that there is a new Halloween movie coming out, which I totally forgot about. So today we're going to be doing the Blair Witch. It is going to be the 1996, I think it was made, the original, and 2016's direct sequel, not Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows, which a lot of people give hate for. I actually really enjoyed that movie. It was really cool. It didn't do as bad as everybody said, in my opinion. But yeah, it's going to be the 1996, I'm sure that was the year it was made, and 2016's direct sequel to it. If we can have 20 likes for this video, that'd be absolutely amazing, guys. And if you are new to this channel and looking forward to this comparison content, drop a subscribe on the channel and join the Potato Army today. And if you have any choices on what movies to compare next, drop them in the comment section down below, or even on Twitter, where you can find all that down below in the description. And also with Discord, we have Discord, even though it's been going through a few things where it's not really an active thing, but it's like mostly a thing where people can come together and help each other out and stuff. So if you want something like that, come and drop along. You can find the link down below in the description. Like I said, you can smash 20 likes for this comparison video. That'd be absolutely amazing. And let's just jump straight into it. The first point of comparison is the marketing scheme of it all, like how they done the trailers and how they wanted the film to be taken. With the original, they done maybe one of the most and only things that maybe a few movies have done it in the past, or films like Cannibal Holocaust, but they really went far with what they did. They wanted to push something that's never been done before. Like, they got interviews with families, got fake police reports, made missing posters for the 3 actors in the first movie, and IMDb also actually classed them as missing on the first year of this movie. So people genuinely thought these people were missing, and like the film's coming out and the result, we're going to find out what happened to them and stuff, and they genuinely thought they were missing and possibly dead. It was that well put together. When I was a kid back in high school, I actually made an essay like trying to explain it all and stuff. Like, I proper went into depth with it, and they just made it seem realistic, which hardly any films do today. Like, they don't make you think, like, was this real and stuff. And the Blair Witch sort of tried to do that, and it was like one of the first camera held movies as well, so it was like almost never seen ever before sort of thing. But Jesus Christ, I'm sweating a bit. I was just checking my battery then, see how low it was. But it was the first camera held movie ever made, I think. I'm not sure if that's right, but it was that sort of feeling to it. But for them to go out, get fake police reports, have interviews with the families, it gave that extra feel to it. They also had brief short documentary types on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was The Legend of the Blair Witch and The Curses of the Blair Witch. If you have the DVD of the Blair Witch Project, they are extras on there, and it just gave that more creepy feeling to it, like the Blair Witch was an actual myth and a legend. And it just sort of, it gives you that depth of it. It's like, it gives you, it's like before even going into the film, it's like there was a legend of the Blair Witch, and you're getting that knowing of what might come in the film. But then with the remake, well, not remake, the sequel in 2016, their marketing, I'll give them props for the marketing. The film was being projected as The Woods for, I think it's about 1.5 years it was projected for. Like, I remember always seeing like the teasers and the posters and stuff like that for it, and it really intrigued me. I was like, okay, I really want to see this film. It's like, yes, it's another camera-held film, but do you know what? I'm going to watch it because, like all the Paranormal Activities, I've watched them all, even though they're pretty much shit. But I was going to give this one a chance, and time come around, I think it was around Comic-Con time, they were releasing another trailer for it. I was like, well, great, we get to see more about this film. And then we saw the trailer and we saw parts of the film, and then all together it formed the Blair Witch symbol and saying the Blair Witch, which props to them for keeping it quiet for so long, because I was never expecting another Blair Witch film to come out after Blair Witch 2, which was Book of Shadows, because I thought, to me, that ruined the feeling of the Blair Witch, and I always seem to erase that movie from my mind. And when I saw this, I was like, maybe that. I thought when it started it was going to be a remake, and then they brought the plot out saying that it's going to be part with Heather and stuff, so I was like, okay, so it's going to be a direct sequel, so props to them for keeping it under scraps, not under scraps, so keeping it away from people, saying you don't know it's the Blair Witch, just another Woods camera movie. But I reckon what's going to win the comparison point on this one is the original Blair Witch, because they just get that real feeling to it. They went further out there to get police interviews, family interviews, fake police reports, make posters up, make people think these people actually disappeared or possibly died. And I reckon that just goes way over. Like, they give a bit more extra effort to make this first ever camera film realistic, so I reckon the original Blair Witch movie takes the point for this one. Now we move on to best atmosphere and cinematography, so how the film was made and chucked out to the audience, and how the audience felt while watching the movie. In the original they gave you that 90s, well, we watch it back now, it's more of a 90s VHS tape movie, and we was like, okay, we're watching this, and they're lost in the woods. They get lost in the woods, it's simple as that, and they're just walking in a circle. That's all you think. It's like, oh, the witch is messing with their map. You reckon they got lost because one of the people in the movies kicked away the map, and so you just get that feeling of being lost all the time, and just being in one place for a whole film, that was really cool. It's like you didn't see many films like that, and to be lost in the woods, a lot of people, that is one of the worst fears out there, to just be lost in the woods. You never know who's going to be around the corner in the woods, what's going to happen. You could starve to death, run out of water and stuff like that, and then just start to panic while being lost. And yeah, but then with the new one, well, if I keep to the original inside, it was filmed in one town, and how it was all done, like I said, with the interviews with families, people in the streets, and it just, like I said, gave you that documentary type feeling to it, making it think it was real. So you were really drawn in, and the woods were amazing to go in, and it was just really cool to like see them get lost, and how you see their progression from being all happy to making a documentary to being scared shitless and thinking they're about to die in the woods. But then with the 2016 version, it's in the same, I think they filmed in the same woods, I'm not too sure, but they seem like the same woods, and to bring you back the feeling of being lost in the woods. So we have seen a few films over the years being lost in woods and stuff like that, but they brought back the feeling of the original, which I really enjoyed. So back in the woods, we've been here before, they're going in circles, but this time you find out why they're going in circles. You find powers the witch had, which didn't, you know, she had in the original, and then it goes over you in your mind, like, how's she switching the woods around, and are they being mixed into the sort of same time sort of thing? She's moving the woods around, she can fast forward time inside the woods. As soon as they're in the woods, she can do whatever the hell she wants to them. And we never knew she had that power back in the original. And with the cinematography with this one as well, like you had the drone shots, you just saw all the woods, so like, it was amazing. I loved the drone shots in this movie because you got to saw that extra bit of how big the woods are, and you're not getting out. If you get lost, you're screwed in these woods. Don't know why my camera just went out of focus there. But and also with the cameras, the head cameras, like I said, the original had a 90s VHS tape feeling to it. And this one, they got the cameras where it's pointing towards them. So in the original, when they were running away, they weren't looking at what they were seeing. They were running and holding the camera that way while the thing's that way. But with this, because they've got the camera on the head, we see, obviously, like a physical body of what everyone says the witch. I don't believe it's a witch personally, but you see a lot of other stuff. Like you see the trees coming down, you can hear the twigs snapping so much better now. The noises are a lot louder in this movie than they were in the original. The original, you had to turn all your volume up on your telly to hear anything. And I reckon the equipment and the scenery and everything was just better in the newest movie. So I reckon the 2016 version will take best atmosphere and cinematography for this point, so it is 1-1. The next point we are going on is best characters. In the original, in the 96 version, we have 3 characters. Josh, Heather, and what the hell is the other one's name? Michael. I actually had to go and have a look then. But we got Heather, Josh, and Michael. Just 3 characters, which I like with horror movies. The smaller the cast, the better, because it gives you more time to know the characters and get a feeling for them. And when they get picked off, then you get worried about them. Then you're like, shit, there's only 2 of them left now. So, oh, I liked him, now he's gone. And yeah, you just get that feeling building up. You get, because it's a smaller cast, you get more of the film. They talk to each other, you get to know more about them, what stuff they enjoy and stuff, and how they become friends in school, and about the jobs they do. Like, they gotta be home soon for a job, the girlfriends, and people are expecting them. So you're getting that feeling for them. Like in the film, he's like, I've got to be at work tomorrow at 9. You're not going to be at work tomorrow at 9 because you're stuck in these fucking woods and I feel bad for you. And so obviously then the next day then he's like, people are going to notice, or his girlfriend's going to notice, people are going to notice they're missing. And you're like, I hope they come and look for you because you're seriously lost and you're about to die. And then when they do start getting picked off, you feel sorry for them because you're like, there's only 2 left, so this witch is pretty much going to technically toy with them. Sorry if I'm sweating a bit, guys. I don't know why, my room is boiling at the minute. I will be putting my fan on, but it's going to mess with the audio and stuff. I got my window open. It's just really hot at the minute and I don't know why. It's most probably because I got all my computers on and stuff. But yeah, when they start getting picked off, you start feeling bad for them. It's like now the witch is going to toy with them more, which she does end up doing. She like uses other people's voices to scare them or draw them into somewhere, and it just ends up going bad. So when they're getting picked off one by one, because it's such a small cast, you're feeling for them. Where with the new one, it's a bigger cast. They literally just chuck you straight in. First 10 minutes of the films, you know everything about them. You know why they're there. You know why they're going to the woods. And then like 15 minutes into the film, you're already in the woods, and it's like, hold on a minute. Nothing started to happen in the original until like 30 minutes in, and now we're just being chucked straight into it, which I reckon new films today, they're just chucked straight in. You know the people that are into the woods, they're going to die. And then because it's such a big group as well, you know they're going to get picked off, and because they've chucked you in so quick with these characters, you don't care when they get picked off. You're like, oh, he's dead, goodbye. On to the next one, please. Let's kill the next one. You come here now. Fucking come here so I can kill. That sort of thing. But, yeah, so when they're gone, you don't really care for them. But, I think the only one for me personally who I cared for was, I can't remember, I think it was James, Heather's brother in the movie. He was the only one who I cared for because he was only in those woods to find his sister, which obviously he does. But then, like I said, you don't really care when they do get picked off because you're like, oh, you're just stupid now. You know what's going to happen and you're still carrying on doing it. Goodbye. Just go. We don't care about you. Bring the other 3 back, please. Sacrifices. We kill these, give them back. But for me, I reckon the characters who were best in the films was the original, because like I said, it was a smaller cast, you got to know them a lot more, and you got that feeling when they disappeared and then started toying with them, and you're like, damn, this witch is evil. Hence that she's a witch, but yeah. So I reckon the originals took another point, which makes it 2-1 so far to the Blair Witch Project. And then we move on to the best scares. And with the original, like I said, they took the time building up the characters, getting the story for it, and when it starts to jump into the scares, it's not really scares, it's just noise and them running away, and it's not really scary. Like the pure scares in the original movie don't come till the last 10 minutes of the film, when someone is screaming out at night saying, please help me, come and find me, listen to my voice, and you don't know this voice, you've never heard this voice before, and you're like, don't fucking follow the voice, stay in your tent, screw it, have sex, I don't know, eat a hot dog. No, wait, you can't, I know food. But they just keep following the voice, and you're like, it's not going to end well, stop following the voice. And then they come up on the most creepiest house you can find in the woods. I ain't been to many creepy houses in the woods, but when I saw that house I was like, please don't go in there. Please don't. It looks like Leatherface is just going to jump straight out the window at you. Was Leatherface around that time? I think he was. But they just find this house, and like I said, the last scares don't come till the last 10 minutes in the house, because you know what's coming. It's like they're following the voices, just running around this house. Mike splits off away from Heather, and then you know what's coming. It's like when you split up, that's when you know you're fucked. It's like, then you know it's coming, and then you get the weird ending of it, and you're like, eh. You left the cinema, well, I never went to cinema, you leave the movie more confused and scared, and it's like, I don't understand. So I really don't understand. But that was the most scariest part of the movie, is when I went into that house and hearing the voices, where with the new one, it's constant scares, it's constant jump scares, constant noises. As soon as I turn around, someone's in their face. Just like, wah! How many times do you want to jump in my face? Come on now, that's just fucking ridiculous. I'll just turn around, helped a friend, she made me jump by fucking her foot spasming, and now you go away. Every time they turn around, there's a jump scare, and it just gets ridiculous after a bit, but because the film is so loud with the sound effects, it makes you jump. No matter what, whether it's a tree snapping, whether it's a tree falling, whether it's someone getting snapped, freaking people flying off, screaming, running, everything is loud in this movie, so it's going to jump scare you at least once. Especially when it does it consecutively, like I just said, when she turns around there's another one, then she turns around her mate's fucking there, and then it's like, give me a break. So I reckon the one that's going to take the point for the best scares is the 2016 version, because just the sounds were so loud and it just kept jump scaring you, and the original film gave more of a spooky feeling instead of best scares, which I prefer, but this is going on best scares, and I reckon this will make you most jumped or scared, because just how loud the sound effects are. So the 2016 version took it for best scares, that makes it 2-2. Now let's get on to the final comparison and see what the final scores will be. The final comparison is obviously The Witch, but the film's called The Blair Witch, so we got to compare how they portrayed the witch in each of these movies. In the original movie, they gave you a backstory of Ellie Kedward. She was a witch. She got killed because obviously back in them days, anything you did made you a witch. She got tied up to a tree and obviously left out there to die. And she come back, took the kids and everything, because the people who took her out there, she took the kids, so it gave you that feeling of Ellie Kedward as a witch. Maybe she was a good witch, maybe she was a bad witch, we don't know. But then that's what I liked with the original movie, with that legacy of the Blair Witch and behind the Blair Witch, because they gave you that more of a backstory, fictional story to the Blair Witch, or she was an actual myth and legend, and you just get different stories about her. And I liked that, in my opinion. This is what these comparisons are, they're my opinion. You guys can have a different opinion. I don't want to be like, you have to listen to this, this is true, you have to believe it all. This is just in my opinion. I preferred it because it gave that myth type feel to it, like an actual legend, like it actually happened. And then what I enjoyed, you never actually saw the witch in the original movie. You have to use your imagination, like throughout the film when they're interviewing people, it gives you that sort of imagination, like the woman floating above the ground in a black dress. Then you got one where a woman is saying that she's covered in hair, holding a shawl, like a freaking sheep coat, and open it up and just hairy underneath. And that's also chucking another image in your head. Then there's one bloke who's like, his grandma used to tell him a story about him. If you don't get to sleep, the Blair Witch is going to come and get you. So you're picturing an old, creepy fucking woman. And then your mind just starts to begin to play tricks with you when you're running away. Like, what are they running away from? Like, what she look like? Please show us. But they never do. And that's what I liked. They never shown what she looks like. All you see is pictures of her, especially from like the Legend of the Blair Witch, which in like the extra features. You see like drawings of her, which are just spooky as hell. Almost by be popping them up on the screen here. But yeah, it's just creepy as hell, and it's just crazy. Where in the new one they give you the same thing. They don't show you anything. You see shadows, you hear noises, but then they reveal a bit more to the story. When she was tied to a tree, she was tied into the middle of the tree, so she was stretched out like a Wicker Man sort of like stick figure. But then they also give a physical body behind it. I've said before in this video, me personally, I don't believe it was the witch. I reckon it was a physical body of Heather from the original. Like, she's using that as a physical form to push him to go into her. But a lot of people say it was the witch. I can see why it was a physical version of her, but it kind of ruins it, 'cause now there's the picture of just this sort of long, skinny figure, which in my opinion looks like a creature from Grave Encounters 2. But yeah, I think I remember saying that in like my Blair Witch movie review, like it looked like something out of Grave Encounters 2. But I prefer the original in my opinion, because I never ever show the witch. It leaves your imagination running, which I think it should be. Like, your imagination should picture a witch of a ghost. It should never show it, yeah. So in my opinion, this movie, the original movie takes a point for it. So altogether, the Blair Witch has won 3-2 on comparison. Let me know guys what you thought would have won it. Give me your opinion, what you preferred out of all these selections. Just let me know in the comment section down below. But this has been another horror movie comparison. I want to have a Halloween one out soon, but I'm waiting for the new Halloween to come out so I can see how I compare it to the very original. But if you guys want to see another movie comparison, let me know down below in the description. But to me, both films gave the Blair Witch amazing fans. So both fans of the old and the new can come together and enjoy both, because it brings the old feeling, like the scary old type feeling, and the woods to this new one. And the new one gives you a new story and the powers she has behind it. So they're just merged together, and it worked out really well compared to the Book of Shadows, which was just a fail in my opinion. But let me know guys, if you want to see another movie comparison, let me know what you think of this setup for this sort of thing. I might start doing this for the underrated YouTubers. Let me know guys what you thought of it. But if you have enjoyed, please don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button down below, and join the Potato Men Army today, because we're fast and growing. I might be doing a Q&A when we actually officially hit 1,100. We did hit it, but then it dropped loads. When we officially do it, I might do a Q&A or something like that. So let me know guys what you think of that. Once again, sorry about the sweating, it's really hot in my room. But yeah, I've enjoyed doing this video. Like I said, if you have enjoyed, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join the Potato Men Army. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, get notified when we do upload, and I'll possibly be live streaming later today as well, so make sure you are notified to get notified when I do live stream. But I've been Dominic Spud. I love you, Potato Men Army. Like always, don't forget to stay starchy.